Catherine's 44th birthday was never going to be loud, glittering, or wrapped in public spectacle. This year, it arrived quietly, shaped by warmth, reflection, and a depth of emotion that only comes after a life-altering chapter. Those close to the Princess of Wales say it was one of the most meaningful birthdays she has ever experienced, not because of celebration, but because of everything it represented. At the center of that deeply personal moment was a gift from Prince William, not extravagant, not designed to make headlines, but according to insiders, it left Catherine genuinely moved, not for its price or prestige, but for what it symbolized: survival, partnership, and a future that the couple is deliberately reclaiming together. For Prince William, birthdays have never been about excess. Friends of the Prince of Wales often describe his approach to gift-giving as instinctive and thoughtful, sometimes playful, sometimes practical, and often quietly emotional. One source close to the family explained that William's gifts are rarely about appearances. It could be something meaningful, something useful, or something that makes her laugh, they said. Sometimes it's all of those things at once. In fact, William has been known to give Catherine famously simple gifts in the past, including, on one occasion, a pair of washing-up gloves. And yes, that really did happen. Within royal circles, that kind of humor is surprisingly common. Slightly silly, slightly unexpected gifts have long been part of family tradition. But this birthday, by all accounts, was different. There was still warmth, there was still humor, but beneath it all was something far more powerful, an unspoken acknowledgement of what Catherine has endured over the past year, and what it took to get here. Catherine's 44th birthday came just months after she quietly confirmed she had completed her cancer treatment. In March 2024, she revealed to the public that she had been diagnosed with cancer and was undergoing chemotherapy. The announcement sent shockwaves across the United Kingdom and beyond, not just because of who she is, but because of how unexpected it was. For months, the Princess of Wales stepped back from public life. Royal duties were paused, appearances were cancelled, her focus narrowed to the most important things: her health, her children, and the private circle that supports her away from cameras and crowds. When she later shared that her treatment had concluded, the relief was widespread. But those who understand that journey know the truth. Finishing treatment is not the end of the road. Recovery is layered. It's physical, emotional, and deeply psychological. It's a period of recalibration where ordinary moments suddenly carry extraordinary meaning. That context is what makes William's gift and Catherine's reaction to it so significant. Sources describe the gift not as a single object, but as a reflection of their shared life. William, they say, understands Catherine not as a global figure, but as a woman who has carried immense responsibility while navigating vulnerability with remarkable strength. There is always an element of humor with William. One royal insider noted that he loves to make Catherine laugh, and that hasn't changed. But this year, there was also something more reflective, something that quietly acknowledged the journey they've walked together. Speculation has ranged from understated jewelry, possibly engraved and tied to a private memory, to something far less conventional, an experience rather than an object. Time away from schedules, briefings, and royal expectations. Just space to breathe. Just space to be together. Before we go further, I'm curious, do you think the most meaningful gifts are objects you can keep or experiences you never forget? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you appreciate thoughtful royal stories like this, make sure to subscribe. Now, let's get back to it. What is clear is that Catherine was moved, not publicly, not performatively, but privately, the way someone is moved when they feel truly seen by their partner. The relationship between William and Catherine has always been grounded in something refreshingly untheatrical: mutual respect, shared humor, and a strong sense of teamwork. Over the years, that partnership has become increasingly visible, especially during moments of pressure and crisis. During Catherine's treatment, William quietly adjusted his entire schedule. Public appearances were reduced, priorities shifted. School runs, family dinners, and ordinary routines became anchors, not as an escape from duty, but as a source of strength. He wasn't trying to be a hero, one observer of the family noted. He was just being a husband. that same dynamic shaped the birthday itself. There was no grand party, no public spectacle. Catherine spent the day at their Windsor home, surrounded by those who matter most, William and their 3 children, Prince George, Prince Charlotte, and Prince Louis. According to insiders, laughter filled the house. There was comfort in familiarity and joy in the simple fact of being together. For Catherine, motherhood has always been central to her identity, long before titles or public recognition. Throughout her treatment, it was her children who grounded her, reminding her of what truly matters on the hardest days. On her birthday, that bond was front and center. Handmade cards, small gestures, and the kind of unfiltered affection only children can give. Moments far removed from royal protocol, but deeply meaningful nonetheless. Everything about this birthday was intimate. One source put it simply, it wasn't about marking an age, it was about marking a chapter. Since completing treatment, Catherine has spoken sparingly but poignantly about gratitude for medical staff, for public support, and for the unexpected clarity that vulnerability can bring. Friends describe her as more present, more intentional, and less concerned with perfection than ever before. A walk outdoors, a shared meal, a spontaneous laugh. These moments, once easily overlooked, now hold profound value. Whatever form William's gift ultimately took, it aligned perfectly with that shift. It wasn't about grandeur, it was about recognition, and sometimes that is the most meaningful gift of all.